Hello and welcome to Defence Line, our weekly program on defence, security and more. Following the massive avalanche which smashed into a Pakistani army camp in the Siachen Glacier area last fortnight, killing 135 people, more and more people are wearing around to the idea of an early solution to the lingering dispute. With more people dying due to harsh and extreme weather conditions than actual fighting, is it worthwhile for both sides to hold on to the area which is increasingly being referred to as a worthless battlefield? What kind of a solution can come about? This is what we discuss in Defence Line today with Lieutenant General G.S. Dhillon, former GOC 15 Corps in Srinagar, and Lieutenant General P.N. Hoon, former Western Army Commander, who as GOC 15 Corps masterminded the occupation of the glacier in 1984. We will also be talking on the phone line to Brigadier H.P.S. Bedi, former Commander of the Brigade in Siachen. Gentlemen, welcome to the discussion. But before that, let us look at this report.
The Siachen avalanche, which buried alive more than 130 Pakistani soldiers, has done what years of advocacy by peaceniks and environmentalists have failed to achieve. Pakistan's military and civilian government have come round to the idea that keeping troops in the frozen heights of the glacier is a waste of precious financial resources. The biggest admission came from Pakistan Army Chief, General Ashfaq Parvez Kayani, who said that there should be a good balance between defence and development. India too welcomed Kayani's statement on the world's highest battlefield. Minister of State for Defence M.M. Palam Raju admitted that maintaining the high-altitude battlefield was a massive economic strain on both the countries. The history of the dispute can be traced to the 1948 Karachi Agreement. Its signatories agreed that the line of control, delineated in 1972 from point NJ9842, would extend thence north to the glaciers. The dispute is over the interpretation of the alignment of the LOC beyond NJ9842, whether north to the glaciers means a magnetic north, a grid north or along the northward watershed. And India believed that Pakistan was trying to occupy Siachen. India preempted it in April 1984 and captured Saltoro range. This put India at a tremendous advantage. Besides, it prevented Pakistan from using two passes, Belafond La and Siala, something that has been irking Pakistan since then. Since then, a solution has been attempted many a time, but without success. The result is that a brigade plus strength, each of both armies is staying put in this most chilling border in the world, where there are more casualties to frostbite, avalanches and respiratory diseases than to actual fighting.
We will be in conversation with three retired military officers. General Dhillon, I'll start with you. After the recent avalanche, do you also feel that we need to speed up a solution to the Siachen Glacier dispute?
First, I think, Kamar, you have done a wonderful thing by getting General Hoon here. People all over should know that what service he did to the nation by getting Siachen for us. So it's a wonderful thing that he's there today. He did it in 84 and I was in that area in 95. And before that in MO and MI, whatever appointments are there. Throughout, in the last number of years, we always talked about Pakistan and India that let's thin out, let's get out of Siachen and find a solution. But we have not been able to do that so far. It's unfortunate that there's been a mishap now that they lost soldiers, but Pakistan also has been talking about it for a number of years. We've been talking about it for a number of years. And we haven't reached any solution as such. And I am of the firm view that it is a frozen battlefield, a dead battlefield, where we went due to strategic compulsions. Now those compulsions, we have to see how best we can handle those compulsions without getting bogged into that area.
General Dhillon, former Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif has even suggested a unilateral pullout. So if there is no mutual agreement, would you suggest the same by India too?
Unilateral, it has to be based on our capabilities. Unfortunately, since 1984, except for improving our living conditions there, giving better clothing to the troops, we have not improved our operational efficiency. So we got to do that.
But at this point of time, General Dhillon, the fear is that if you pull out, and if Pakistani troops occupy the glacier, it will be willy-nilly impossible to reoccupy the ridge again.
No, we have a experience of Kargil. Kargil was within our area, reachable, how heavy, what type of casualties and how much time it took us. So it is impossible, very, very difficult to retake what it's Siachen which you lose. But you got to have environments and capability that if they do something, you destroy them on ground there. And that is what is known as deterrent, which you have been refusing to create in our country.
So are you indicating that perhaps with better capability, we can withdraw from there?
Create a wonderful deterrent capability, pull back, there's no harm. There's nothing in that area, it's a dead area.
Okay, General Hoon, you were the architect of the occupation in '84. With that background, are you in favor of a pullout as Nawaz Sharif has suggested, or as even as General Dhillon is suggesting?
Well, a little bit of both sides. First
Okay.
of all, he also has been a very distinguished soldier, and I'm very happy that you are here and we can discuss certain things. The fact first we must understand is as to why we had to go on to
Right.
Siachen. Why did this occur? Now I'll tell you that in '83 when I took over and I went over and saw what was happening, I found that in '83 a large number of Pakistani intrusions had come. Why? Because first of all they were allowing, right from the '80s, they were allowing mountaineering expeditions to go.
That's right.
Then I found that they, during my time, they were landing their own helicopters, for which I had proof, you know, cigarette stubs and all that, and some papers, that they were landing. So what were they doing? They were trying to get hold of it. Now, strategically, let me tell you, it is a icy wasteland, it has nothing. But please remember that we have got our neighbors. We have got a not too friendly neighbor.
What you're suggesting is that at that point of time it is important to occupy the glacier.
The thing hasn't changed, sir. The thing hasn't changed. Today, that road has been pushed through and it's like a noose round our neck, which goes and comes out in the area of Gilgit and Skardu. And let me tell you, sir, it's not anything that I'm sharing. The Chinese troops are already there. A brigade, there was a battalion, then built up to a brigade. No one knows what they are doing.
So you're not wanting a pullout from the area?
No, sir. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that our threat perceptions, as he quite rightly pointed out, and you are also saying, our threat perceptions have to be seen. Now, he is given a wonderful idea of having a solid thing in your hand, so that you can react. Sir, in case they come today onto the Saltaro range and take hold of Siachen, they are going to definitely come onto the Khardungla Pass. Once they come to the Khardungla Pass, they'll do exactly what happened in Kargil. Because they could not do it, they would have cut off Leh, and with the Chinese incursions coming from the east, right from
So in the present circumstances, you don't suggest a pullout?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Are we so rich, both countries, that we can carry on with this? No, we are not. So, where do we start? Sir, the 8th round of talks or 9th round, the first 3 rounds I have attended. Now, I right from the beginning have said that first of all, let us in-house politicians, I'm afraid politicians are, they have no knowledge of what is happening.
Right.
And I think that we have to sit down and work out that what is the threat. Tomorrow, do you want to lose Ladakh? We have to sit down and talk about it. Okay. After that, what can happen? What is happening now? First of all, stop firing at each other, which the conditions are not favorable, because even at Gyongla, you have said.
But there has been a ceasefire since 2003.
Sir, the ceasefire, I'll tell you, in '85, first time when the first talks took place across the border,
yes,
we told them don't fire. But they continued firing when we were talking right across Leh.
So, okay, the first step is stop firing.
Sir, stop firing, because I don't trust anyone. First of all, cease fire. Second thing is that you mark your present positions on the ground, whatever Pak has, whatever we have. After that, mark them on the map. Let the maps be, after the threat perception, let the maps
General Hoon, but would that not tantamount to legalizing the occupation by India in 84?
It's no question of legalizing. That's our territory. They say NJ 9842, sir. Then northward, see the.
But that's where the whole dispute is all about.
No, but that means that when they say northward, they mean to Karakoram Pass. That means the whole of Ladakh, or western part of Ladakh, you cede to them. So I said, I'm just coming to it. They are also now feeling the brunt. Why? Because they are lower down. I don't mind sharing with you that my initial plan was to go straight on to the Karakoram range and the Gilgit-Skardu, and on the Karakoram highway, go there. The Prime Minister stopped me, Indira Gandhi. She said that is northwest.
But that would have been a violation of the LOC.
Right. So we did not want to do it, and she said you go north. Now north, sir, if they say that we are going to draw from NJ 9842 to Karakoram Pass, then half of Ladakh goes, Pyeongso Lake, all.
So I get your point. We need to first authenticate our present positions.
Sir, may I just sum up for 1 second?
Yes.
So after authentication, and let the troops come over, confidence building, let them come over to our side, we go there. After that, we can say, okay, we can start withdrawing. And this withdrawal should also be in a manner in which some authentic, maybe joint patrolling or something.
We'll just come to that. General Dhillon, do you agree with General Hoon that we first need to authenticate the positions and then withdraw?
Type of facilities which are available. Even if you go to Google to search today, they will tell you where we are sitting, where they are sitting.
Absolutely.
So there is nothing known as map. Your air photo today is so good that coverage is available to every country in the world. So you can't deny that I am here and he is not there. So it already exists on the record as to where you are.
No, but General Dhillon, if in principle we agree that perhaps we need to withdraw.
I'll go further. Go further. You cannot trust any neighbor, because at a point of time where any country, it has their own interest. You got to rely yourself on your own strength, right? So our whole planning is based on goodwill, Pakistan suspicion. Why should he agree to us? So let's create our own capability in a manner, whether he agrees or he doesn't agree, we are still in a position to implement what we want to do, which we have failed so far.
Yes.
We have only what we have done. We are dug down there.
But that's a long drawn issue in the sense.
No, but we haven't done it.
Start strengthening your capability. He'll also start doing the same.
We haven't done it since 84. We are sitting wherever we are. We are giving better clothing. We are more comfortable. But do we have the capability to do anything beyond that? What General Hoon has said, he could have done it if we had the resources. But today, even if you give the resources, it is going to be so difficult. And then positioning troops on ground and hoping that they can't be lifted, can't be done. I think tactically, strategically at a higher level, getting troops stuck into those areas is at a great disadvantage.
Yes.
Don't do it. General Hoon, in 1989, there was a near agreement between the two countries, and the accusation of the Pakistan side is that the army, the Indian army, scuttled that agreement.
Sir, there is no question. I even am saying today that if General Kiani wants demilitarization of the glacier, no, it is not to be done. We have to make up our capability, which we are capable of, and it doesn't take 20 years. I think it's just thinking what to do. I don't want to come out as to what can be done. We can thin out. Day after tomorrow, I can start thinning out troops from there, but I have to see a better generalship to show as how we can restore that situation, as he said, by whether superior tactics, arms, placing or weapons.
Yeah.
Otherwise, no.
General Dhillon, since the dispute is over the interpretation of the direction of the LOC beyond point NJ 9842, so should we involve a third party to actually authenticate or demarcate the line beyond NJ 9842, maybe the United Nations?
Look, we have all the things done in rest of the Kashmir, right? Everything is known, put on map. Still they came into Kargil.
Yes.
So how can you prevent another country from again intruding?